In this video, I'm going to show you how to print. First, you're going to go ahead, this is my first project, I'm going to right click and set up the Page Setup Manager. Now when I do that, it's going to set it up this way. So I'm going to go Modify, and I'm going to change how this looks. I'm going to use the AutoCAD's general documentation when it pops up. So underneath here, I'm not going to use the Adobe, but I am going to use the AutoCAD PDF general documentation. PC, and I'm going to do the full bleed, so you'll have to scroll all the way up to ANSI full bleed 17 by 11 because that's the sheet size I have. The full bleed allows me to go from edge to edge. Now I'm going to click on Window, and I am going to right click and go Endpoint from out here to Endpoint to out here. Now, you could change it to Extends Display or Layout. We are using the window. And go ahead and click the center of plot. We're going to leave it as monochrome, and we're going to leave all these as same, the default that's checked. You might want to change the plot transparency if you've got some layers that are on a transparent layer. Now, note the plot scale. The title block that we created is an 11 by 17, but the drawing is actually in metric. It's in millimeters. So there is a unit conversion. So 1 inch is equal to 25.4 millimeters. So that's acceptable. And then I'm going to go to Layout or Landscape View. Go ahead and preview to make sure that the drawing looks good. So that looks fine as it's set up. Now I'm going to hit Escape. And I'm just going to go OK. And then I'm going to close. And notice this information here is updated. Now I'm going to go ahead and go Plot. I'm going to hit the little plot symbol up here. And notice that it is set up exactly how I had it from my Page Setup Manager. I'm going to click OK. And I'm just going to put it on my documents, and I'm going to leave it as is, with the name as the default. And notice that I have this here set as roller support. So I'm going to click on Save. Now, to get this name to change from other than layout, what you can do, and I'll take a look at my PDF in a minute. What you can do is you can right click and you can go rename, and you can say roller support. Okay, that's how you get the name change. But you would just right click and you would do the Page Setup Manager. Okay, still thinking, and now I should have. There's no errors in the view and the publish. So if there was errors, then you could look here and see what they were, but we don't have any. And now if I go to my documents, I'll go over here and I'll open up the file. 1 second. And this is what it ends up looking like. Okay. Let me maximize that. Now the nice thing on AutoCAD when it prints out, you could have it to have layers. This one is just regular. When I printed it, I saved it out as a. When it printed out as a PDF, it actually has the layers that we use. So we can actually turn these on and off, attributes on or off. Right now I've got a no responding. So hold on for a minute. And notice when I hit turn these off, it's actually on the wrong layer, but anyway, actually no, it's fine. It's on the attributes. I could turn off all the objects. I can turn my attributes back on. I can turn the hidden on. So you can actually layer manage this when you send it to somebody. All right. Now that's one plot. Now in the next drawing that I want to show you is the pulley support drawing. Now I'm going to go ahead and right click and go Page Setup Manager. I'm going to modify that, and this one I've already got it set up. So remember, the documentation or the printer plotter is AutoCAD PDF general documentation. This usually comes out of the box when you download it. Remember, this one has ANSI Expand B. I'm going to use ANSI Full Bleed B, 11 by 17. I'm going to go Window, and I'm going to go from endpoint of my title block to the endpoint of my title block. Now, you may have to, I'm going to preview this, you may have to pick in these endpoints so you don't get this line here, depending on how you did your title block. So I'm going to go Window, and I'm going to go Endpoint to Endpoint. Now, notice it, see how it says fit? I don't want fit. I want 1 to 1 because the drawing is in inches and our title block is in inches. And we did the center of plot. Everything else here is default, and I'm going to click on Preview. And now it looks fine. Now, notice that I have a scaled of 1 to 4. The viewports allow me to scale the drawing so I don't have to adjust. I have to keep the plot scale as 1 to 1. So I click OK. And I close. Now, I come back here. You can also print from here. You can go Print and click OK. And it prints it, so I'm going to hit Save. Now, another thing that you can do is you can actually export this out. Whoops. And there's my pulley support here. And again, you have your layers. So you can turn things on and off. So as we go through the semester, I want you all to print these as PDFs, and we'll print them in class. Now, what I was saying before is you can actually go and you can export into a PDF. When it does that, I'm going to go ahead and see how it has the preset. This is what my Page Setup Manager is, and I can click on Save. Now, it does the same thing, but it's still using the Page Setup Manager, and it's thinking right now. Sometimes they pop right up, and sometimes you actually have to go get them like I did the first one. No, that one. This one here. So it still has the same layers, but it automatically generated, instead of me going plot, but it's plotting to a PDF. Okay, so those are a couple options. I do want you to create the PDFs as you go along in this class so that we can print them out and you'll have them in your portfolio. All right, that's it for this video.